Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to Scatter Love Tarot with your girl coming at you with another pick a card reading. Today, we are going to get into what is unfolding on your path right now. I do just want to say quickly thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this channel. I'm so honored to be sharing this time and space with you. For those of you that are new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human's experience and that this is a safe space for you to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. Remember, these are general readings, so take what resonates and leave what does not. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And if you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all those links necessary below in the description box. You can email me for a personal reading and I'll get you further information. You can follow me on over to my podcast on Spotify at Scatter Love Radio. And equally so, if you're interested in becoming a member, when you click on that link, it'll take you to the landing page that shows you the options available, as well as what comes with each option. So I hope to see you on memberships. If not, thank you for your continued support here. I do need a drink of water. I had something stuck in the back of my throat. Okay, we are good to go. So I do have two new decks, I think I could call them. One is really not a deck. One is actually postcards, interestingly enough. It's postcards, but they're also meant to help with connections on your journey. They're absolutely beautiful. I love these cards. I've gone through them. So we're going to be using these, and we're going to find out what's a question that will help you along your path, like something that you can work on healing. Okay. And then today, I haven't even looked at these cards. I looked at two of them and I knew I had to use them for this reading. These just came in. They're the Affirmies 2 with so much more love. They're not really that fancy. They don't come in a real fancy box, but it's the Pure of Heart, another wild ride of positivity, sarcasm, and life advice. And yeah, I knew I had to use these for this reading because why not? So we're going to be using that. Okay? Awesome. Let's get to our prayer. And let's get this underway. Definitely a lot of new energy since the eclipse has happened. So if you all are feeling the eclipse that happened on April 8th, just know you're not alone. It's just going to be another huge transformative year for so many of us. So hang in there. We'll get it. We'll make it. My beloved source, this prayer is for any and all who come onto this reading, whether it's for a moment's time or for the entire time. I ask that you remind us that we're on a beautiful journey, that even though right now we may be going through some huge ups and downs, that we may be having a lot of changes or challenges that are present, and that maybe we feel lonely or like we're not capable of getting unstuck, that you are actually bringing us to a place where we can release these heavy energies and really transform ourselves into the path of love. With that, I ask that you open our hearts to unconditional love in all aspects, to release judgment, to release fear, to release blame, guilt, resentment, to understand that forgiveness is the way to freedom. And if we are struggling with that, to help us really, really open up to that in the way that works best for each of us. Not to be shocked into forgiving, not to be shocked into knowing, but to slowly open up to that so that when we are ready to let go, we truly are ready to release that unto you. I ask that you take any heavy and harsh energies from us at this time and transmute them into something conducive for our journey. And I ask that you light up the path before us so that we know what steps to take. As these words are spoken unto this reading and unto those that are here, so shall they be. Amen. Aho. Ase. Thank you, my beloved source. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let me go ahead and set this up out of the way. There we go. There we go. We got it out of the way. That's good. Okay. So I've already shuffled these. They're freaking adorable. And don't worry, I will show you what I mean by that by the one that's on the bottom of the deck. Let me adjust the camera just a tad here. Hang with me. Okay, literally hang with me. I don't know. We'll get it. We'll get it somewhere. I think it's supposed to be like that. Okay. All right, Source, for pile number 1, what of Fermi's card will help us better understand what is unfolding on pile number 1's path right now? Whoa, okay. So they want this one. This one flew out. Actually, you had like 5 of them fly out, but I'm just going to put these back in the deck. So, Source, for pile number 2, what a Fermi's card is going to help us better understand what is unfolding on pile number 2's path right now? What is unfolding on pile number 2's path right now? What is unfolding on pile number 2's path right now? Thank you. For pile number 3, Source, what a Fermi's card is going to help us better understand what is unfolding on pile number 3's path right now? What is unfolding on pile number 3's path right now? Thank you, Source. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's check out the bottom of the deck just so that you can totally understand what I mean by these cards, because they're awesome. We have stand up for yourself. Standing up for yourself can be incredibly empowering. Your people-pleasing days are over. It's okay to be assertive and refuse disrespect. You are nobody's doormat. If they don't like it when you find your voice, tell them to take a hike, cry you a river of salty tears, then you can grab your floaty and enjoy a little floaty float down their stream of anguish while getting away from their toxic personality. Look at these on a little floaty float. Okay, and that's what I mean by these. These are just next level. These are next level cards, okay? I had to get them. There was no doubt about it. I was like, nope, these have got to go. I got to have them. So, I have no idea what the first deck is. I just found these, and so we're just going to use them. Yeah, perfect. Let me make sure these are set up in frame. For pile number 1, we have this piece of green aventurine for you to choose from. For pile number 2, we have this piece of tiger's eye for you to choose from. And for pile number 3, we have this beautiful bloodstone for you to choose from. Okay, so pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3, and whichever one you're drawn to, that should be the pile for you. And with that being said, I will see you over on your chosen pile. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful piece of green aventurine, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, this is going to be your reading on what is unfolding in your path right now. First, I do want to say thank you to any and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and space with you. For those of you that are new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we are all here sharing this human experience, that this is a safe space for you to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. Remember, these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what does not, and make sure that you do like, comment, and subscribe down below. If you're interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all those links necessary below in the description box. You can email me for personal reading and I'll get you out further information from there. You can follow me on over to my podcast on Spotify at Scatter Love Radio. You can also become a member, and when you click on the link, it will take you to the landing page that shows you the options available, as well as what comes with each option. So I do hope to see you over on memberships, but if not, thank you so much for your continued support here. So that being said, let's hop to it and find out what is unfolding on pile number 1's path right now, Source. What is unfolding on pile number 1's path right now? What would you like to share with us? What is unfolding on pile number 1's path right now? Okay, we've got the 9th house Leo energy and the sun. A lot of fire. Actually, we've got all three. We got Aries, Leo, and Sag being present here. And yes, I know Leo is ruled by the sun, but it also embodies our first house, the rising, and so therefore is also Aries energy. But if not, it's just Sag and Leo energy. It depends on how you look at it, right? So, anyways, what do we got? Definitely a lot of charismatic energy is unfolding for you right now. This is like embodying a new way of being. You're very, very secure in your skin, your journey, your ability to learn new things, to teach those things to others, to bring that information to others in a whole. You could be a lawyer, a paralegal, you could divine, you could be a teacher, you could be into various subjects of religion, mythology, you could be into spirituality here. So there's a lot of different things here. If none of those resonate with you, it's fine. You could also work within travel around a lot. Okay, but what we see here, what's unfolding for your past is the ability to travel, but also to be confidently capable of telling people very, very important information as a form of self-expression. You're able to really completely understand your way of viewing the world. It's like you're no longer questioning, is this going to work? Is this going to fit in? Are people going to be mean about this? Are people going to say something about this? You're just like, I don't really care, because I really want to call the people who are meant to be in my life to me. And if that means getting judged along the way, then good. If not, then good. I don't really care. I'm just here trying to attract the people who are meant to be in my life. And so what's unfolding for you is a new way of taking action based and rooted in this confidence. This is a very clear confidence. This is being able to build charisma, if I can talk. This is able to be being charismatic out in the world in a very sound, expressive way. This is not you being overly dramatic. This is about having fun with life, like finally realizing you're the co-creator of your journey. So there's some sort of aha moment that's happening here where you're like, oh my gosh, this is a real thing. Manifestation is a real thing. Like, even though you've always believed in it, you've trusted it, it's like wondering if there's ever going to be an opportunity for you to manifest something bigger than what you've had. And you're learning that yes indeed, yes, that's a real thing. Okay? You're enjoying things now. And this is all about a new beginning, right? Your independence in the world. You're letting yourself be out there and be brave. Like where before I think you were scared to take this journey or to take this particular path, you're now not afraid. It's like, even though you are afraid, it's like you're still being courageous in the face of fear, right? I'm still being brave in the face of my fear. This could have been something that transformed you on the eclipse. And again, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you're watching that, but if you're watching this as I've posted it, something that happened around the eclipse of April is what's really affecting you and bringing this change in and helping you to, like, it's like taking steps light years ahead of your journey. So it's no longer you feeling stuck, like you're really beginning to let things speed up here. And you're actually gaining popularity, but you're not looking for the popularity. You're looking for this ability to just let yourself be, right? I want to be happy. Above all else, I want to be happy. And you're creating a lot of stamina for yourself. There's a lot of vitality that's coming through. You're a very bright individual. You're very warm. You're a leader. People trust you. People want to trust you. People want to let you lead them to success. And for you, it's just about telling your story, telling your journey, sharing your knowledge, sharing you with the world, and traveling. And travel could also indicate that you're impacting the greater world, like you're impacting the whole of the world. So you could have something online, you could have an online business, you could be doing something that is a worldly trade, and this is impacting a lot of different people. You could do something that's international, you could be going international, You could have written a book that's going international. You could also work with a company that has multiple international factions. And what's coming through here is just being able to express yourself, no longer worrying if it's going to hold you back, but rather understanding that this is allowing you to shine in a new way. So what's unfolding in your path right now is just allowing yourself to be you. But it's like an even greater version of you, right? We're always growing. So even though we're finding authenticity, we're going to find even deeper versions of authenticity the longer we're on our journey. Which is good news, right? It means that there's always room for growth, which can be disheartening to some, but I feel like for you, it's just something that's exciting because, like, wow, if I feel like this now, how am I going to feel in 10 years from now? How am I going to feel in 30 years from now? How am I going to feel in 50 years from now? You know? Like, if it's good now, like, what's next? Whoa. You know? What is unfolding on pile number one's path right now, Source? What is unfolding on pile number one's path right now? It's like unquestionable knowing. What is unfolding on pile number one's path right now? I feel like maybe you've been struggling with keeping up with yourself or keeping up with the mundane tasks that you've had to do. And there's like a newfound energy that's coming in as well. Your solar plexus chakra is being ignited. What is unfolding on pile number one's path right now, Source? Thank you. What is unfolding on pile number one's path right now, Source? Thank you. What is unfolding on pile number one's path right now, Source? What is unfolding on pile number one's path right now? Thank you. Yeah, on the bottom we have the Pope in the upright. Yeah, a leader, a spiritual leader, right? Someone who gives clear advice, someone who helps give constructive criticism in a way that helps others grow spiritually. People reaching out for your assistance, reaching out for your help. There's a huge change here, bringing in good fortune because of there's choices and opportunities here. So what's unfolding right now is you're seeing that there's a big opportunity that you've taken that's actually bringing a huge sense of fortune and luck and financial gain and prosperity, abundance, where people are coming to you. They are trusting you more. They want your advice. They want your guidance, your counsel is what I'm hearing. And it's a choice that you made. You had a path and you chose to take this path that was actually very scary. Something that at one point you were just really opposed to because you felt like you were going to be judged, or because you felt like it was going to be judged, like the path itself, right? Or you felt like it wasn't going to get you where you wanted to go in the future, but it's like something was itching on the inside, and it was like, you know, an itch you can't scratch. And it's like the only way to scratch it is to divert your attention where your spirit was asking you to go. And in doing so, you're opening yourself up to a whole new identity, even. Like, people are actually going to be starting to see you as you. Like, no longer are you going to be wearing the masks. And it's not like you haven't been inauthentic. You've been very authentic. You've been learning about your authentic self. You've been learning how to embrace being authentic on the journey. But it's like the part of you that you always shied away from before, that's the part of you that's beginning to be seen. Like, people are going to be seeing that part that you have always pushed down, and no longer are you pushing it aside. Like, the part of you that only comes out when you're by yourself, or when you're with your closest friends, or when you're with people who you're absolutely comfortable with. That's the part of you that's coming out here. And so you're going to be teaching this to people, right? They can be like a spiritual father, a spiritual mother, but with the Pope, it's like being able to give constructive criticism in a way that others don't feel judged. They are able to embrace it and able to alter their path based on that constructive criticism, knowing that, like, oh, okay, like, let me just divert my path this way, just like you're doing. You're diverting your path. You took a choice and you went, instead of continuing harshly on this path over here, which is the toxic masculine, you said, okay, let's be wise about this and think of a better solution. And the better solution says, I need to go over here, even if it doesn't seem as successful at first, even if it doesn't seem as big at first. And now you're beginning to see it unfold, that it's way bigger than you thought that it ever could be. So yeah, we have the 2 of coins in the reverse. We have the 4 of swords in the reverse. And the 9 of cups in the upright. Look, this is beautiful. This is beautiful energy. What's unfolding is happiness. And a sense of knowing that when you follow what your heart wants, you free yourself from stagnation. You free yourself from resentment. You free yourself from blame. You free yourself from anger and hurt and heartache and suffering when you follow what your heart wants. It's like all along you have knowingly been able to juggle yourself and this mask. And that's not a bad thing, right? That's not a terrible thing that you had this mask on. Everybody has a mask on. We've been taught to wear a mask, and to undo that teaching is very, very long and tedious and arduous, and there's just so much that's going on when it comes to that. And we see here it's something that was making you feel like you were stuck, right? You were very stuck in this situation, and you're not. You're opening up to a new beginning that's very emotionally balanced. You're helping others to see the truth in their own journey emotionally. You're helping others to embrace that, right? You're getting recognition and acknowledgement here. Letting go of the stalemate that once was. Right? And in that, you're accepting a role in your environment. And your wishes are coming true. And this is everything working together and finally finding its proper place. So it's like coordination between you and spirit, which we see here with the 9 of cups and the Pope. This is your coordination emotionally with spirit's will, with source's will, right? It's like this very fine balance that we're walking here, and then finally like getting the aha that like, oh, this is what Source was trying to teach me all along. And the Wheel of Fortune is connected to our sacral chakra, saying this is my right to feel. It's also connected to Sagittarius and Pisces energy, right? And Jupiter. You have good luck here coming with the Wheel of Fortune, but you also have this, I have a right to feel. And now with the Pope coming in, you have this connection to Venus energy, which is that magnetic energy, being able to magnetize the people who are supposed to be around you. That's what we were saying with the dice. Like, you're tired of not being seen or not being accepted by people and realizing these are not the people who are meant to be around me. Like, I have a group of people who understand me and who I am, and you're bringing those people right to your door. Not literally your door, but you know what I mean, right? Like, they're coming knocking. It's like they're right here. Hey, I've got you, you know, like, I'm here. And so it's like you were trying to push against this. You were very much blocked by this, or you didn't want to break out of this limiting situation because there was an illusion here that was making you feel like it was, like, I keep hearing successful, more successful than it was, or it was approved of more. And you're seeing that now, no, it really wasn't, that the only one that it was affecting, truthfully, was you, that everyone else was just playing their role based on how you were showing up, right? Which is often what life is people playing their role based on how we're showing up for ourselves and for others as well. And so when you recognize this, you made the change. And this change, what's unfolding right now, is happiness and being a leader. Like, not just any leader, a spiritual leader. Maybe you're becoming a pastor or a preacher, which is amazing. If you're here listening to this, that's cool. Thank you. You could be a spiritual teacher here. You could be someone who does divination and you're teaching others. You could be someone who's a coach of some kind and helping people to embrace a very spiritual aspect of their journey. And with that, you're just being so warm and inviting and welcoming, and also coming from this place of very, very kind, compassionate, intuitive energy. while letting your emotions lead you to where you want. How do you feel? Like, I feel like this is something you're asking yourself, or it will be something that you're asking yourself in the future. How do I feel? And how does this inspire me to move forward? And you're letting that be. Look, Leo energy flying out of the deck. Self-confidence, loyalty, and creativity. So this is something you were inspired to do creatively. And through that creativity, you are finding a newfound sense of self-confidence rather than feeling like I have to shy away from myself. You're just confidently letting your heart shine forward. Like we have house 12, which is Pisces energy, which is the 9 of Cups here too. We have spirituality, transcendence, karma, sacrificial service, and healing. So you're deeply healing. You're transcending a situation, and you're finding yourself in service of and letting go of the karma. Right? Letting go of the karma that was attached to believing things were one way when, you know, they're really not. You're learning how to create for yourself. You're learning how to see the truth in yourself. Yes, I cannot believe this came out because this is so funny. They showed me this card when I said things are speeding up. We have life is speeding up. Things are becoming, it's like they're unfurling faster to the duality and trusting the process. But things are happening a lot faster for you here, faster than you think. Like it may have like pulled back a little bit, and then there's going to be this explosive energy that comes in. So whatever it is that you were trying to manifest, right? And this feels like an old manifestation, something you've worked at for a long time, something that has to do with how you feel about yourself is coming in like a lightning bolt. It's just going to be like kapow, and you're going to be like, whoa, that really did come in fast, right? Sing your own song with number 12 here, Canary Spirit. Yeah. You're really truly embodying and embracing yourself, authentically yourself. You're not letting it get in the way of you anymore, like what everyone said you should be or what everyone expected you to be or what you felt. Sometimes it's not even that anybody tells us those things. It's like something that we feel, especially when you're an empath. Oftentimes we don't hear that. We're feeling it, and that still affects us deeply, right? Because you're feeling it so deeply, and so you're just like, oh, I can feel how people are judging me. And loyalty. Yeah, you're manifesting loyal friends. People who are meant to be in your life. People who are equally emotionally responsible like you are. Emotionally mature. Well-rounded. Ritual with Bison. Continue on with your rituals, right? Look, we have 35, which is 8. And this 2 of coins looks like an 8. Right? So you're letting go of this karmic energy, which we saw with the 12th house being revealed. You're letting go of this karmic energy and coming into a place where you're very, very grounded in who you are and your ability to help guide others to a place of abundance. Okay? Let's see. Let's get one of these. What else would you like to say here, Source? Okay, thank you. Yeah, on the bottom we have Meadow with vulnerability. You're being open and vulnerable about who you are. Like you're sharing more of yourself, and to be vulnerable is true strength, right? What does that mean? Look, underneath that, it got stuck. Wow, it's just all this stuff came out. We have full moon completion. This is completing a project. You had to focus and let go of the anger that was involved here, or the hostility that was involved, or the volatility that was there in regards to this, and recognize that Source was trying to bring you into a better place. Like, if you had to let go of something that seemed successful, but in turn, you had to draw back and slow down so that you could gear up, so that you could speed up. Right? Synergy with Green Man. That's because Source was trying to bring you into a place of balance so that you felt better about what you were doing. Okay, so that's what's unfolding in your path right now, is that you feel better about what it is that you're pursuing, or how you're pursuing it, or what's coming from it. Okay, we have people skills flying out. You have a flair for working well with others. You could be a diplomat, a counselor, a salesperson, or the head of a company. Yeah, so it has to do with the way that you're talking to others, the way that you're presenting yourself with others. On the bottom, look, we have good luck. Your fortune is improving, and you will get a lucky break soon. Collect nuggets of wisdom, and you will need them in the near future. So good luck. You got the 4-leaf clover here. Yes, I love this. I love this reading. So you got a lot of good luck. A lot of good fortune is coming. So I'm going to grab one of these. This is called Where I Belong. These are called Postcards for Contemplation. Okay, that's if you want to know what I'm using. This is the box. Okay. These, I had to get these. I was really inspired to get these. And so we're going to ask what postcard will help you. Like, what's a question that pile number 1 can ask or work on for themselves to help them better understand where they're at, source, to help them better know what's going on in their path, what's something they can work on. What? Ooh, this is a good one. The question even flipped out. It says, what can help you forgive yourself? Okay, so working right now is working on forgiving yourself, okay? And this is your picture. Spreading your wings and flying. Forgiving yourself for not listening sooner, for doing what you did, for the choices that you made in your life. It does not matter, right? None of that matters, okay? Forgiving yourself means to set yourself free, okay? And then on the bottom it says, how do you handle social expectations regarding relationships? So we see here, your people skills are coming into play. So you're definitely getting recognition. You're going to be seen more by a lot of people. What's the image there? It's this is your image. Okay. So a lot of things are going to be changing for you soon, and you're going to be seen by a lot more people, but it's important for you to forgive yourself is one of the main messages here. Just a second. Got an itch on my leg. It's on my calf. Being sturdy in the way that you're walking, right? Support. Our calves support us. So we're going to look at your Affirmies card. I'm so excited to see these because I haven't even looked at the deck. I literally just pulled them out and decided we're just going to use these today. So I'm going to be pleasantly surprised with you. I don't even know what any of the cards say. It says so much more love. Let's see what your card says. It's okay to be done. Oh, I love this. Done dealing with situations that rob you of peace. Done dealing with people who don't love you the way that you need to be loved. Done with all the clowns of the world that drain the life and happiness out of your soul and try to tear you down. Be courageous enough to know when to say bye-bye and move on from anything that dims the light inside of you. And look, you're just peacing out. Exactly. This is exactly the energy. It's like you're moving away from a situation that wasn't, it appeared, it's like the illusion was it was successful or it was well appreciated or that it was everybody wanted it. And there's something inside you that said, no, this is not who I want to be. I don't want to be like this. And so you're getting out of that energy and you're moving into something that is far better balance for you, very synergistic for you, and is actually going to bring a lot more prosperity than you might know. Okay, so I love this image. This is so cute. Here you are. Yeah, there's a little bit, he's like flipping them off. It's so freaking cute. It's hilarious. These cards are adorable, and I showed the box at the beginning if you want to know what they are, so watch the intro if you're interested in what they are. I love this. This is great. This is hilarious, honestly. So with that, this is what I see for you. If you feel like this is your reading, you know what? Leave the little sunglasses emoji, the cool guy down below, and say, it's okay for me to be done with what I thought was successful so I can move into what's truly successful for myself. And leave me a thumbs up. I'm going to go ahead and leave this here and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my guides for coming together to give us this amazing message. And until next time, pile number 1, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful tiger's eye, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, then this is going to be your reading on what is unfolding on your path right now. First thing I do want to say is thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and this space with you. And for those of you that are new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we are all here sharing this human experience, and that this is a safe space for you to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. Remember that these are general readings, so take what resonates and leave what does not. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And if you are interested in supporting the channel further, you will find all the links necessary below in the description box. You can email me for a personal reading, and I'll get you out further information from there. You may follow me on over to my podcast on Spotify at Scatter Love Radio. And if you're interested in becoming a member, the link below will take you to the landing page that shows you the options that are available, as well as what comes with each option. So I do hope to see you over on memberships, but if not, thank you so much for your continued support here. I'm truly honored and blessed to have you here. So let's hop to it and get into your reading and find out, Source, what is unfolding on pile number 2's path right now? Source, what is unfolding on pile number 2's path? What would you like to share with us? What would you like us to know? What is unfolding on pile number 2's path right now, Source? Okay, so we've got the 12th house Pisces energy and Uranus. So a lot of Pisces energy here, a lot of change. It looks like you are connecting better with your spiritual gifts. Really. You know, the 12th house, let's talk about the hidden, the unknown, the illusions that are in our lives, not understanding those illusions. But we have a change here, so it's like a change in the things that you saw as an illusion, or the things that you shied away from. You know, like you had a gift or you had an ability and you might have shied away from it because it was a little bit overwhelming. And you know what, that's fine. Sometimes our gifts are overwhelming. We're like, whoa, hold on. You know, I think a lot of people are like, oh, it'd be so amazing to be a psychic or a psychic medium, until the day opens up that they actually recognize that they have that gift, and they're like, oh no, I was just kidding, right? I was just kidding. So sometimes they are overwhelming, right? But it looks like you are healing that, the subconscious thoughts that you had revolving around either your gifts, your past, your life, any kind of grief here. Okay, so it's like you've been through something that was really harsh, really scary, really difficult. You know, a solitude. Maybe you were in solitude for a while. This is ending, okay? This is ending. You're letting go of the karma that was connected to that. You're letting go of the beliefs that were connected to that. And now you're coming into this place of being able to really intuitively connect with yourself. You're being more compassionate with yourself. You're being more creative, and you're finding out what are your fantasies and desires in life. And, you know, I'm not talking about sexual. Okay, that's not what this is. It's like, I mean, and for some it could be, but this is more about what you desire from life. What do you truly desire in this life? What do you truly want to be? How do you wish to be? And that's all coming to the surface for you here. And it could be that you are calling in new romance. It could be that you're calling in your people, your tribe here, right? This could be you calling in the ability to be psychic or be a psychic medium or to have one of the clairs. This could be you calling in this ability to create music. Whatever it is, it's like new expressions of creativity are coming through, and this is a huge change for you. I do feel like for you, pile 2, there was a huge block. It was like I was blocked from choosing creativity, or like my grief was keeping me from choosing creativity, or even a disappointment in the world as a whole was keeping you from choosing creativity. And it's like, not that you weren't able to create, but it's almost like it was blocking your insights and your inspiration, how you like to create, like what's really good for you to create, not just the surface level creation, but, you know, like maybe you were always interested in art, and it's like you talk about art. Maybe you went to being, what is it, an art history or something like that, and it's like you love that, but really what you found out that you're loving is that you like to paint. And it's like maybe you, or like, I'm only keeping that to myself, but there's something here that's transpiring where it's showing you to be able to share that, right, with someone. It doesn't have to be a whole lot of people, but with someone. And you're sharing that with someone, and you're getting over the fear of, or the guilt of, or the shame or the grief of not seeing your inner child here, not being connected to your inner child here. And that's a huge change. And this is something that's going to be unpredictable. This is not something that I can say, this is going to happen tomorrow. This is going to happen when you do XYZ, or this is going to be happening at this point. It's changing right now. So this is something that's shifting right now. But when it comes in, this is going to come in like a lightning bolt. It's going to come in and it's going to change your life in very unexpected ways. And there's going to be a sudden progression for you. So this could be you learning about stars, technology, sharing it over technology. This could be you also, just allowing yourself the freedom from repression is what this really feels like. So what's changing on your path right now is a sense of freedom. And it really does feel like a freedom from something that was self-created, something that like society says, okay, Simon says, society says I have to be like this. And so really believing that, right? And that is self. Even though it's something that societal says we have to do this, we choose to take on that belief. And so you're actually recognizing that the illusion all along was that it was someone outside of you, when you're the only one that had the opportunity and the chance to change yourself. And so you're recognizing this and coming to terms with this, and through that you're allowing yourself to express something that was once hidden from you and something that once felt like a great danger, but you're plumbing that out, and you're realizing that your fall from grace was actually you trying to hold up other people's false beliefs all along. And that's giving you a sense of empowerment. A lot of Pisces energy here. So you could be Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Pisces in the 12th house. You could have Uranus in the 12th house, Pisces and Uranus, Pisces in the 9th house, I heard. Pisces moon, very strong coming here. Pisces moon. Pisces south node or Pisces north node. So what is... Wow, I just lost my train of thought. That was so weird. It's like my whole mind just went blank. Okay, they did that for purpose. They're saying you're getting a clean slate. You're getting a fresh start, a clean slate. Like, it's like you didn't think that you could have this, but this is a clean slate for you. Okay? What is unfolding in pile number 2's path right now? It was so weird. I didn't even know what I was trying to say. I didn't even know. I had no idea what the question was. I didn't even know what I was talking about. It was like Source just wiped my mind blank. It's like when meditation, and I don't even know if I've ever had that clear of a mind in meditation. You know what it's like if you've ever learned how to try and speak a different language when you're trying to say something and your mind just totally blanks out? That's exactly what it was. Blank. It was just like literally a white sheet of paper. So they're saying you're getting a fresh start. Source, what is unfolding in pile number 2's life right now? Okay, thank you. What is unfolding in pile number 2's life right now? Yeah, it's something that maybe someone convinced you along the way wasn't even worth your time. It's harsh because sometimes we've grown up with parents or caretakers that have tried to convince us that the only way that we'll make money is if we become doctors, lawyers, surgeons, or therapists or something like that. And then when you're somebody that's very creative and into art or into the arts, right? Just the arts. It could be maybe you're a musician, a poet, you're a writer or something like that. And they're like, that doesn't make money. It's hard. It's hard for us because, oh wow, they want it the other way. My bad. Because it's like we see that as our everything, is our passion. And we know that when we follow our passion, then money follows that. But it's like someone in our lives might have convinced us that what we wanted wasn't real. And what this is showing is that you're understanding that whatever it was that they convinced you wasn't real is indeed actually the only reality there is for you. Just because it's not real for them doesn't make it, unrealistic for you. On the bottom, we have the World in the reverse. We have the 10 of Wands in the reverse, and we have the 8 of Wands also in the reverse with the Sun in the reverse. Ooh, what is unfolding? Someone here is very conceited, putting on you responsibilities that didn't belong on you in the first place, and filling you with a deep anxiety that left you stuck in place. stagnant, feeling stuck within their world, right? And it's interesting, stuck within their world. I have to live out what they tell me to do. I have to go to business. I have to open this type of shop, or I have to let go of my dreams of candle making and being into essential oils because they believe it's all false. It's all not worth my time. But it's like you keep getting drawn back to this, and it's like it's almost like in the closet. You have to hide it in the closet. And what's unfolding in your path right now is that you cannot hide it in the closet anymore. Like, there's no hiding from this anymore. It's like, whereas once it felt very dangerous to really let yourself shine, like now there is no hiding anymore. Yeah, so we have the King of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, we have the the Knight of Wands in the upright. Excuse me, this is the Knight of Coins. The Knight of Coins in the upright and the Page of Coins in the reverse. Look, here's the deal. You're recognizing that you were the one that let those illusions become your reality, right? This is what's unfolding, like this understanding that, wow, I let George convince me that I would never make money at this, where I let grandma and grandpa tell me that this was a really dumb dream to follow, and I believed them, right? And slowly but surely, this is a very sure horse. Like, it's interesting because out of all the horses, look at how chunky this horse is. He's very chunky, right? It's just like a very sure movement here. Like a train chugging along the path here at like 2 miles an hour, going uphill. It's like I keep seeing the trains, the one, what is it, Thomas the Tank Engine? I think I can, right? Was that Thomas the Tank Engine? Anyways, you know what I'm talking about. Like how he was barely making it up, and he was almost going backwards. He was going so slow, right? And this is something that you're recognizing. You're recognizing that you are your own worst enemy. And so instead of hurting yourself and harming yourself based on these old beliefs of their cowardice, right? It was their cowardice that they had. It was their thoughts of jealousy that they had. It was their thoughts of they couldn't do what they wanted to do, so now I have to make sure someone else doesn't do what they want to do. It's like that, let me pass on this really weird wand to you, right? Olympic runners. Right? Let me pass it on to you, but it wasn't something that was good for you, and you saw that all they cared about was making money in the future, and you began to understand that you cared about something more. Okay? You cared about making a change, having an impact, showing up in the world in a way where you're actually being of service in some way. You know, especially with this Knight of Coins here, it's like, even though it's slow moving, it's a very sure-footed horse. Like, he's not rushing, he's not running, he's just going to take it one foot in front of the other. And it's like you can see here that even though you're walking towards this Page of Coins in the reverse, this is what you're looking at in your mind, is that unsure energy of where someone was coming from a very conceited place. And when people really, really sit in this energy of like, oh, if you don't make money at that, then why the heck would you ever do that? It's like, because you're getting it twisted, right? You're getting it twisted. Like, I know money runs the world, but if all we think about is money, we lose sight from more important things, right? There's more important things than surviving. There's love, there's friendship, there's trust, there's integrity, there's honor, there's truth, there's life, right? These are all things that are far more important than just surviving. And that's this mentality, okay. That's this mentality of, I can only focus on surviving. But it's interesting because I feel like you're also recognizing what's unfolding is that these people that you were listening to, like the candle went out, these people that you're listening to they don't even know how to survive. Like, they don't even survive right. Like, they're struggling even to survive because they're ruled by every other thing in the world, right? And it's like, if money's the only thing that you consider is important, then why don't you live in a way that you always are sure of your monies, right? But you're seeing that they spend money frivolously or freely, and frivolously, and that they don't care about whether or not they're saving for the future, because they only care about their wants, not their needs, but their wants. And they're not focusing on the things that truly matter, like making sure that if an emergency comes up, that you have something set aside, like you're recognizing that why in the world my whole life I believed these people. This is unfolding, and you can already tell me that's something I already recognized. It's an even deeper meaning of this. Okay, like it's an even deeper meaning. This is an understanding that is coming through where you're seeing why on the earth, why on this entire world, on this planet, am I trusting that this person knows what they're telling me when they're not even living based on how they were trying to make me live? So it's like a sudden reversal of understanding here, where it's like you see how in the past you were self-sabotaging and how it was based on this fear of the future, but now you're beginning to see that all along Source gave you everything that you needed, and it wasn't this mentality of like, I have to make, $100,000 a year just to be accepted by family or friends or whatever it is, right? So there's this change and opening up to, like, so if your parents believed in business and you're becoming a psychic and your business is psychic or it's spiritual, right? It goes against everything that they wanted for you, but you're recognizing that there's purpose for that. Like, I'm breaking a cycle in my family where it was just being conceited to tell everybody that I'm surviving and I'm doing the best possible way that I can survive, when you're not even doing that, because you're letting everything outside of you control you. And so this is how you're connecting with yourself in a much more profound way, right? You're letting yourself experience something very, very different now, because you're no longer stuck in this bubble of just surviving, right? It's like what happened when you were believing them was this disconnection of your inner feelings from your external life. And you're seeing now how these are people who are only preoccupied with themselves, this idealized version of their self-image, and an inability to move forward. And you're seeing that you have something greater to attend to, right? You're advancing in your life. You have a clear goal in sight. It's like when once before, maybe you're trying to set up multiple streams of income here. Okay, and that was always just something you had imagined and imagined and imagined. You're like, will this ever get closer to me? And it's like suddenly something switched after a long journey. Something switched, and now you see it. You can see the finish line, where before it was just the idea. The finish line was just an idea. You're on this marathon for years and years and years, or whatever it is. It was just an idea. Now you see that idea. You see it right there. You're not there, but you see it, and that's making you realize that whatever it was that you were believing before, wherever you were feeling disconnected before, wherever you were feeling guilt and blame before, is like, hold up. Wait, back up. Why was I feeling guilty? And then exploring that deeper within yourself and saying, was that guilt even mine to carry? And this is what's unfolding in your path right now, is the finish line. You see the finish line. And I know you all want to be able to say, oh, so the finish line, I'm crossing it. It's like, we are not quite there just yet. But you see it. You see it. And it's coming into view. And this is something that's unfolding for you right now. It's coming into view. And you're no longer hesitating because of thinking in terms of the past, or maybe missed opportunities, or feeling like there's something that you somehow just totally ran by without worrying about or without thinking about, right? And this was something that was very heavy for you. It's very complex. There's a lot of conflicts here in moving forward in your dream and in your journey, but now you're seeing the finish line. And remember, the finish line is just one part of the goal, right? There is no end destination here. This is just one part of the goal, but this is a part of the goal that's unfolding right now in your life, where it's like you get to see what it meant to believe in yourself and to change something radically about yourself without fear. Well, I'm feeling like a weird energy right above my temple. Did you get used to get headaches and now the migraines are going away? Like, that's something that's coming through. It's like migraines are starting to go away. They're really sharp. They leave you on the bed and in the dark for hours. You may have missed work because of it. And now you're finding something that gives you life and light and feeling. Yeah, trine, angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. You're stepping outside of all this energy that's not, it was never yours. It was someone else's. It was someone else's. They were trying to convince you that what they were feeling was yours to feel. And, you know, I've talked about this a lot this week because it's been an underlying collective message is misery loves company. Right? And sometimes we don't know how to differentiate what someone's miserable. Is that my misery too? Sometimes it's hard, but you're learning how to differentiate that. Like, you're seeing, this is someone who is coming in a very immature place. This is someone who is coming from a place they weren't sure of what they wanted in life. But what they were sure of was making sure everyone else felt the same way that they did, because that's all they knew. Right? And that gave you knowledge and wisdom, and you're turning that knowledge into wisdom because you're recognizing, like, hold up, I don't have to live that life. I don't have to be like that. Right? On the bottom, freedom is yours. Yeah, freeing yourself. I'm pretty sure I said that on the beginning of your reading in the dice. You're finding freedom with 33 here, horse spirit, and the 12 is 3. So 333 is a number you might see a lot. And then we have 1221 with the world card coming out as well. So you might see a lot of mirroring numbers like that, or a lot of repetitive numbers. Okay, thank you, source. Yeah, sacrifice. But isn't it interesting here with the lightning? Didn't I say that this is going to come in like a lightning shot, like a lightning bolt? It's going to shock you. It's unexpected, right? It's unexpected coming in. But the unexpected is like, it's almost like a sudden realization, like a download from source, where source is like, let me give you this wisdom from the knowledge and the experiences that you've been through. And that's what you're receiving. Yeah, news. This is like source giving you news, wisdom, a download. Something all of a sudden, and it's going to help you see that the finish line is not actually that far away, where everyone's like, oh, it's impossible, it's impossible, it's impossible. You're looking up and you're like, really? Because to me, that looks pretty possible. I mean, when I turn around and I look, I don't even see the starting line no more. We've gone way past that, but that looks possible. That's reachable. Yeah, source communion with eagle here. This is source gave you some sort of message. It could have been during the eclipse. This could have been during a full moon, new moon. This could have been through animals. This could have been through plants. This could have been through nature, Mother Earth. Okay, so what they're saying is they use the elements. Something around the elements is what communicated this to you. So you could have gone to like the beach for the day, or to the mountains and been like, yeah, cool, like I'm going to go here and spend the day. And then while you were there, you got a huge download that was like, helping you realize this wasn't yours to carry. Yeah, look, we have connections. Build bridges between people. Contact those who can help you. Your actions set you up for the next opportunity. Yeah, and so you're building bridges here. These are solid foundations. These are solid bridges coming into your life where you're connecting with the people that you're meant to. On the bottom, new life. You may get a fresh start or be called to bring a new perspective to your old job. You may also get a tempting job offer or a new place. So this is bringing in a lot of new energy, even if it's the same thing you've been doing. Like, there's a lot of new energy here. There's a lot of inspired energy here that's unfolding on your path right now. 11th house, friends, like-minded groups, and humanitarian beliefs, new connections. You're getting away from people who are in this very low vibrational energy, who are trying to make you doubt yourself, make you question what you're doing. Like, you're coming into connections with people who are inspiring you too. Authenticity. Look, we have wolf spirit coming out twice on your reading here. We have authenticity, turn knowledge into wisdom. Like, you're standing firm in who you are. Like, you're not afraid of this anymore. You're not afraid of you. And we shouldn't be afraid of ourselves, but it's odd how sometimes that's something that really does happen on our journey. Like, it's a very real thing. ebb and flow. Didn't I just say like maybe you went to the ocean? I didn't even know this was out here. Oh my gosh, I love that. So some of you did. You went to the ocean. The ocean is bringing great healing. For others of you, maybe you just went out in nature to the mountains, a river. It could have been a lake or something like that. But it's like seeing the flow of nature and recognizing that sometimes there's tragedy and sometimes there's life. And it's like you've already been through the tragedy, which means by nature and the flow of nature, now I get new life. Like it's just like, it's like understanding a deeper sense of yourself, knowing that this is just the way that it is now. And letting go of that belief, following other people. So we're going to check out your Affirmies card. Like I said at the beginning, I have not even seen these cards, so I'm seeing this for the first time with you, as in the first time ever seeing it. And so far they've been so cute and hilarious, and I love them. And if you're looking at getting these, this is just called the Affirmies deck. And it's not really by anybody. Does it have an artist? Nope, they're just called Affirmies. Yep, Affirmies, Generation 2, the Pure of Heart. It's by the Lacunas Store. Lacunas, Lacunas Store. Okay, so let's check out your Affirmies card. It says, be remembered, yes, for making people happy and stuff. There's so much darkness in the world. Try not to add to it. It's cool to care and be there for others, so try and be that person that radiates warmth into anyone that comes into your orbit, because it's actually awesome to make people light up and feel that they matter. Let that good energy shine out of you like laser beams and hit everyone in your path with it. Be a do-gooder once in a while and you'll get some sweet, sweet dopamine out of it, because helping others shine is its own reward. And so really what's unfolding in your path is that you're learning how to shine, and through that you're helping others to learn how to shine, and that's making you be remembered. There's been a huge healing here, and also this is another confirmation that you're calling in soul family. Right? You're calling in people who are going to be lifting you up, helping you on the journey. You're going to be helping them on the journey, lifting them up. Like it's you're impacting them in such a way, they're impacting you in such a way, and it's a huge reward here for you letting go of this old belief and really shining out in this journey. Okay? What a beautiful message. I absolutely love this. If you feel like this is your message, leave a little wolf emoji down below and say, I step into authenticity. So not only am I remembered, I call in my soul tribe as well. Leave me a thumbs up. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my guides for coming together to give us this beautiful message. And until next time, pile number 2, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow humans. If you were drawn to this beautiful piece of bloodstone, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, this is going to be your reading on what is unfolding on your path right now. First thing I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey. I'm truly honored and blessed to have you here in this space and this time. And for those of you that are new, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience, and that this is a safe space for you to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. Remember, they are general readings, so take what resonates and leave what does not. And make sure that you do like, comment, and subscribe down below. If you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all those links necessary below in the description box, where you can email me for a personal reading and I'll get you out further information from there. You can follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio on Spotify. And if you're interested in becoming a member, when you click on the link, it'll take you to the landing page and it will show you the options that I have available, as well as what comes with each option. So I do hope to see you over there on memberships. If not, thank you for your continued support here. Oh, sorry, I'm scratching my back. Whew. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop to it and get into your reading and find out what is what is unfolding on pile number 3's path right now, Source. What is unfolding on pile number 3's path? What would you like to share with us? What is unfolding on pile number 3's path right now? I also did get a ton of air energy coming in. So Aries, Leo, wow, Aries, Leo, and Sag, huh? I got Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini coming in, and especially Gemini energy was coming in a lot. So right before I started your reading, I don't know if that means anything to anybody or if that's something that's going to come up in the reading. I just wanted to say that was something that came in. So if you have placements with any of those air signs, then this might actually be the message for you, okay? So we do have the 6th house, the moon, and Scorpio energy. So you could have the 6th house in Scorpio in the 6th house, Scorpio moon, Scorpio sun, moon rising, or Venus. Okay. And again, those are just confirmations for some. They're not going to resonate with everyone. You could have Virgo moon. You could have a Virgo rising, Virgo in the 8th house, Mercury in the 8th house. Mercury energy is making a rise. Okay, so honestly, what is unfolding in your path right now is there's been some huge changes when it comes to your health and wellness. It's like sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, and I feel like this has been weighing on you very much emotionally because it's like you're doing everything in your power to stay healthy. Like you're working out, you're ensuring that you're eating healthy, you're eating less, you're eating as best as you can right now, but it does feel like you're really focusing on making this change, but there's fear. There's a fear that's coming up here, especially with Scorpio next to the moon here. It's like this is a deep subconscious fear of like, am I ever going to be healthy? Maybe this is a trigger from when you were young, like you're dealing with pains and aches from when you were young. I just heard scoliosis came in really loudly, so whoa, that kind of scared me. It was so loud. That's what I'm saying though. It's like this pain that's coming through, something that you're going to live with your life, but it's been on the down recently. It's been really in the down, really making you feel in the dumps, really making you feel disconnected from yourself, from your journey, from what it is that you're doing, but you're still showing up, you're still doing the best that you can to stay healthy, to stay on top of things, but there's still this fear that's coming out, wondering like, is this going to go away? And it looks like what's actually unfolding is whatever the fear is that's connected to your body ailments, right? And we learn that on the spiritual path that whenever we're having an ailment, that it's oftentimes connected to a trauma from when we were a child, and that we are very capable of healing that. And there's a lot of scientific, wow, I have the hiccups. There's a lot of scientific discovery that's being brought up about this too. And if you're wondering more about that, check out Dr. Joe Dispenza. He brings a lot of scientific research into his journey of manifestation, but he does talk about a lot about our ability to heal, and that we have so much more within ourselves. I'm not saying that doctors shouldn't exist. I feel like they're there for a very, very strong, profound reason, and that we should absolutely see them when we need to. But remembering that we too have an innate healing ability within our bodies. And so it does feel like you're actually purging the subconscious belief that's rooted in whatever you're going through, your ailments in your body, your physical being here, especially with the 6th house. So what's ever causing you pain, what's ever causing you pressure, whatever's causing you to feel like you can't get up and get out of bed, feeling like you're dealing with the shadow aspect of yourself, you're dealing with the darkness and the unspoken. It's like things you don't talk about, you don't tell people about these pains you go through, or even if you do, it's very few people that know about these things. Like it's only the people that are closest to you or in your circle right now, because they're the ones who see it, right? But you don't talk about these things, you don't talk about what's going on. It's something that's very personal to you, but you're actually subconsciously purging whatever's connected to keeping you back from having a healthy life, and seeing that you have the ability to really, really heal and manifest something in your life that will help you with strength and help you with balance, right? And it's going to come from your daily routines. You're going to see that the injuries are going to go away, right? You're understanding now that that it had to do with something that maybe there was a lot of control in your upbringing. There was a lot of intense energy, a lot of paranoia. There's a lot of secretive energy that was driving you outside of yourself, right? And it was like, you know, societal beliefs. This is actually more like, it feels like how you were brought up. Like your upbringing has something to do with these injuries or these pains and these aches. So it's like something that you were raised in. There was a lot of discord or a lot of yelling or a lot of resentment and people holding grudges against one another. And even I'm seeing like that, I'm going to get back at you for this. And so you saw a lot of that back and forth and eye for an eye type energy in your childhood. And that is something that you're actually purging that. And as you purge that energy and as you purge those emotions that are connected to that, you're seeing that less and less, like these pains are going away. It's not so bad. And then you might end up going to the doctor one day after you've really healed this part of yourself, the shadow, right? We're looking at the shadow, what's unsaid in the darkness. Scorpio deals with those deep, dark emotions. And then we have the moon here reiterating that it's these deep, secretive emotions that you buried away because that's what you were taught. And it's like you may end up going to the doctor one day and they're like, wow, like you're not dealing with any pain from this? And you're like, no, I feel great. And they're like, well, we don't know how that happened, you know, and it's unexplainable. But you're going to know, oh, it's because I healed myself, right? Like, and it's not to say that the doctors won't be able to do any good for you. I feel like they have been, but you're seeing something that's ending here. There's a restructuring of your life. There's a restructuring of your conscious awareness. And you're taking better care of your inner child, your inner mother here, and you're listening to your instincts and your intuition more than you are to the fear itself. And I feel like the fear itself is something that's driven you for quite a long time. Of course, you know, when your body's not at par, a lot of stumbling, like it keeps stuttering. I don't usually stutter, and so I'm stuttering a lot. I feel like there's a lot of times where you stutter or you stumble on your words. You're trying to explain to people how this feels, and it's like having a difficulty like expressing this into the world. The world. Wow, I can talk. I promise you. But it's like, I feel like that fear was really driving you and driving those emotions and then driving that pain. And it's like when you let go of that fear and you recognize that this is just something that I've been carrying because of XYZ. And then you let it go and you see your body begin to heal. You see yourself feeling better. You see that you're able to do natural things that actually elevate your mood and your health. And that's making you feel better. Communication, I said Gemini was coming in really strongly, and Mercury came out too. So something about being able to communicate this into the world, being able to communicate to yourself. This is about being honest with yourself. So what's unfolding in your path right now is the ability to honestly communicate things that you have never communicated to yourself before. Things that like were just happier left unsaid. Right? But you're realizing that they're not happy or left unsaid because they are affecting you in many different ways. Maybe you had a very overbearing mother, overprotective mother. You had a very overbearing father, an overprotective father. You had someone in the family that held grudges and acted like a child in order to get revenge. You know, it's just a very deep energy that's coming out, that's purging. So let's find out more about this. Source, what can you tell us more about what's unfolding in Pile 3's life on their path right now? Remember, sometimes the hard things, it's like we want all good things to happen to us, but we don't live in a realm where it's all positive all the time. And so we'll have ups and downs, but our downs can be very good positives once we're through them, right? So, Source, what is unfolding in Pile number 3's life right now? Well, thank you. What is unfolding in Pile number 3's life right now, Source? Thank you. Okay, I guess you're going to get 4 cards. I'll take them. Let me move these over so there's room. On the bottom of the deck, 2 of Cups. So, self-love. Yeah, you're letting go of people who've judged you harshly or who've been very unfair to you. People who have manipulated you and tricked you. People who've been really cold and distant to you. And you're finding a new sense of balance. So it's like if you grew up in a situation like that, what's to say that you weren't product of that too? Like product's saying like you experienced it as well. You know, like if you did something that went against whoever it was that sought revenge, then you might have been made a target as well in that journey. And that's rough. That's really rough. So if you're not dealing with that, you know, we can hold on to little, it's like injuries represent little hurts that we refuse to acknowledge, right? And so when you begin to acknowledge those, and they could even be big hurts, right? Like you could really hurt yourself and they're big hurts, and you're beginning to acknowledge that and say like, whoa, like this person was just in their own world and they didn't care who they affected, but that doesn't mean that I have to hold on to that, right? And you're recognizing that, but you're dealing in the shadow. You're doing something in the shadow world, in the shadow realm, in the shadow work, and you're purging that. And in doing so, it's actually affecting your health in a good way. Okay, I want you to know that's in a good way. With the Two of Cups here, we see falling in love with self. Could be calling in love too. Okay, yeah, I'm not surprised. We have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Yep, Scorpio energy with the Nameless card here, or the 13 in reverse. Yes, we have the Popess and the Pope. Okay, so a spiritual connection coming through here. But look at this. This is interesting. So what is unfolding in your path right now is a spiritual connection. However, hold up. Before you get too excited here, pile 3, hold up. There's something here for you to understand, is that this only unfolds for you when you deal with this. When you deal with this pain. When you deal with being stuck in a situation that was leaving you catatonic. Look, and again, look at this image of these small hurts and pains, right? Like these little red spots all over the skeleton. These aches, these pains, these things that are unexplainable. Right? And then here you have the Popess, and here she is reading into it. What do these mean? What do these mean? How do I heal this? How do I understand this? And you have a king and a queen here on the top of the card. I don't know if you can see them. They're really small. But the king and the queen here represent the idea that this is parents, okay? This is also generational. And then you have the fingers here holding up as 8. This is karmic, okay? Karmic. We're trying to cut this out. But look at what you're cutting out. You're cutting out this inability to move forward. It's like, I'm tired of not being able to move forward from this. And then here, I feel like the only reason that these two came out together is showing this is a very spiritual connection. This is a higher ordained connection. And it's interesting because the Tarot Marseille is the Popess, okay? And this is connected with Pope Joan, okay? And she was the only female that was elected as a pope. And she had to hide it. That's why she's covered from head to toe. Like, you don't see who she is. You don't see that it's actually a woman. The only reason we know that this is a woman is because it's the Popess card and not the Pope. But she's covered from head to toe. And the only reason that they found out that she was a woman was because she was pregnant and she gave birth to her son. And at which point, the story is awful. It's so sad. They stoned her and her son to death for, you know, being untrue in the situation. Okay, it's just an awful situation that happened, but it was such an amazing feat because she was also so trusted and so divinely connected that they still elected her in this position. So it's not like they didn't appreciate the knowledge that she brought. It was just the fact of, in those times, women weren't given positions of power, and especially not that type of power. And so what they have here is her dealing with her past, right? So here you are dealing with your past. You're recognizing your past. And right now you've got your back turned to your partner, okay? Your spiritual connection, this higher guided connection here. This person could be much older than you as well. It doesn't have to be. You could be much older than them. But we see this older individual in your life coming in. And it's like, I feel there's this energy that once you finally heal this, that they're going to come in, and they're going to come in quick, and they're going to be like, hold up, we need to be in each other's lives. Like, we need to be connected. Okay, and so that's why the Two of Cups is here. This is going in an entirely different direction, right? Like, this is, the Two of Cups can talk about self-love, but it can also be romantic love. It's not as deep as the Six of Cups in the Tarot Marseille, but it can be romantic love. But you see this is equal give and take. This is someone who's on a very similar journey as you, who understands what it is to be spiritual, who understands what it is to heal, who understands what it is to grow, to be in unfair situations. And that's exactly interesting that this would come out showing that you were in a very unjust situation, manipulated, people who are cold and distant, who treated you in certain ways. And that's what has created all these small pains, these aches within the body. And that's what's leaving you catatonic and unable to move forward, is having to deal with this mind, this mental space of that. So maybe that's why it was an air sign that came through, because maybe it's an air sign, a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, that hurt you like that. It does not have to be, or you could have one of those, you could be a sun, moon, rising of one of those signs, right? But here you have wisdom being combined with your intellect and intuition, okay? Something that's hidden, a mystery, a secret. You're getting a hint of something that remains largely unknown. This is your past coming through and asking to be healed. And likewise, once you heal it, you're calling in. It's like the spiritual mother, the divine feminine, calling in the divine masculine. And it doesn't matter, you could be a man on this reading, but you still could be healing your divine feminine, which we see with the moon card up here, or I'm sorry, the moon dice, which we see with the moon. You're healing the divine feminine within you. And thus, in healing that, you're bringing in someone who's equally so healing the divine masculine. This is someone who's healing, okay? This is not just like, oh, someone who's not doing the work, or someone who's just playing some part in your life. No, this is someone who's done the work, who's healed, who's also seen as a leader in the spiritual community, and they're very, very much deeply attracted to you. They're really going to come forward and show how much they're attracted to you, okay? This is not going to be like that. Do they like me? Do they not like me? Like, what are they thinking about me? Like, what's going on here? No, like, you're going to know. They're going to be like, hey, look, pile 3. You're my peeps, right? You're my peeps. And you're going to have much more. And it's like interesting because the Two of Cups talks about dynamics that have been based on societal norms. Like we're having a husband and a wife, right? That's a societal norm. But that's not necessarily the reality, okay? And that's why it's interesting when everyone's like, oh, it's the Two of Cups, it's the Two of Cups. But really, when we look at the Two of Cups deeper, it does talk about the duality that comes from everything being based on what he said, she said, or what society says is right, which doesn't necessarily mean it's true. And so it's just showing that when you come together, it may be a very unconventional lifestyle that the two of you share, okay? And that's okay, right? There's going to be a lot of passion here, a lot of love, but to be careful because you're still riding on this edge where you're still healing from something that was greatly difficult in your life. And to remember to give yourself time and space to really truly heal from that, okay? It's like you're investing in something, but you're losing lost causes here, okay? It's a lost cause. You're investing in something greatly, and you put all your resources in it, but it's a lost cause, and you're recognizing where those lost causes come from. Okay, the other interpretation that they're just now showing me is that the spiritual love that you want, why you're both turning your backs on one another, right? Again, this could be a love that turns against each other. That's why it's interesting to me. The Two of Cups is not as deep as the Six of Cups, okay? It's just not. The Six of Cups is that equal give and take kind of love. It's that beautiful, it's a strong, balanced, well-rounded love where you're both connected, you're both in it to win it. But it also is showing here that because you put so much resource into healing, you're asking for a higher type of love, but you could be looking for that in the wrong person. Okay, and I'm not here to convince you of otherwise. This is just a message that someone needs to hear, that it's okay for you to look elsewhere. It's okay for you to go elsewhere because you deserve someone who's going to meet you on your level. All right? But it has to do with the aches and pains that you're experiencing from holding on to the hurts from the past and really letting go of those hurts so that you can come into a place of true healing. And when you come into that place of true healing, this is what's unfolding on your path, is recognition of who's for you and who's against you, but also seeing that sometimes you've been put in some very unfair situations where you thought this person was a forever person based on family hurts, right? I would say between the ages of 7 and 13, like those are very significant years for you. between the ages of 7 and 8 in particular, very, very, very specific years for you. Like, there are memories there that are going to help you unlock this energy, okay, and let it go and release it for good. So right now it's about you listening to your intuition, reading into it, and also using that to teach others here. This is what's unfolding. So equally so, if you're not calling in love, then you're using this as a way to teach others, wow, this is how you heal. Like, this is how you let go of something that really isn't good holding on to. Like, you're teaching some very profound lessons here, right? This is a deep wisdom that's coming through. So we had cardinal energy flip over, instigation, bravery, and a pioneering spirit with Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. So this is the beginning of something new. Okay, this is the beginning of something new coming in. And mutable. It's a beginning and an end. We have Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces energy. Surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change. So you're beginning something, but you're also bringing it to an end here, okay? You're changing something. We have House 5, passion, play, children, confidence, and creativity. House 5 can also be about dating and romantic partnerships. So it's definitely two messages, very clear messages coming through here, where some of you are going to be calling in a romantic partner, but there's a warning to let it play out. Okay, don't fall in too quickly here because it could easily be a double-edged sword, okay? And it could turn into a very unfair situation. And it's not punishment, it's just that you're clearing out old energy, okay? You're bringing something to an end here. Take a leap of faith. Trust yourself is what this is saying. Yes, it's good for us to trust in taking risks and take a leap of faith. But really what Grasshopper is telling me here is to take a leap of faith is trusting your intuition, trusting yourself, trusting your discernment here. You're going to know what this means. You're going to know who this is. You're going to know what's going on with this situation. And you're going to know whether or not this is good for you if you really, really stop and listen to yourself. Your navigation system can be hard to listen to, but when you tap into it, it is a flawless system for your journey and your journey alone. Right? Don't forget to exert your willpower here. It's okay for you to be a strong and independent divine feminine. Okay? It's all right for you to be seen. It is all right for you to be heard. It is all right for you to be understood. Focus on what you need to do. Okay? With crystals, connecting with amethyst might help you on your journey as well. It might help you purify your energy and any hardships that you've been going through. You could be a Pisces, and Pisces work well with amethyst. Frozen, yeah, exactly. This is that energy. There may be a hiring freeze or no work now. Being aloof can leave you out in the cold. A warm follow-up gets you in the door. So not being cold towards people right now, even if things aren't working out the way that you expect them to, just know that they will work out the way that you need them to, right? It's not always what we want, it's what we need, and that's what Source is bringing you to. Now we have give and take. Be open to giving and receiving to keep the flow of abundance going. Give someone a chance and ask for what your heart desires, right? Yeah, so there's definitely a love relation here for some, but also letting things play out. Be present, be there with them, and let things play out, and you're going to know. That's how you're going to know to trust your intuition. That's how you're going to know what's next. And then, please don't tell pile 2, but I totally forgot to do one of these for pile 2. These are if you watch the intro, these are the cards. They're like relationship cards. They're healing. They're really just postcards, but they have a beautiful question on them, and they have wonderful, wonderful art and imagery on them. I can talk, I promise. I'm going to get one of these and see what is a question that pile number 3 can work on their shadow self or within themselves right now that will help them really relinquish this energy and come into their path of highest love and light. Source, what is a question that you would like to give to pile 3 here? What is a question that you'd like to give to pile 3? What is a question you'd like to give to pile 3 here, Source? Whoa, that went flying. Okay, and it even flipped over. How do you handle social expectations regarding relationships? Wow, this is so fitting for this reading to what's coming out, right? And this actually did come out in pile number 1 on the bottom of the deck, so it's interesting that it would come out again. But it's so strong for you. How do you handle social expectations regarding relationships? Knowing that love doesn't have to be what you ever thought it was, but allowing yourself to open up to the potential of what it could be, right? That's such a powerful message here. So I'm going to leave that there. Let's see what your other question is on the bottom of the deck. It says, ooh, okay, what is one thing you wish your family would understand about you? And these are great to journal on, right? Like, these are wonderful. Here's the image here. Yeah, they're letting go of those little light for when they celebrate the spirits, I think, right? So powerful. What is one thing you wish your family would understand about you? All right, so let's see. Let's check out your cards, and then we'll check out your affirmies. Yeah, knowing your worth. Yeah, and knowing you don't have to settle for anybody just because they look good on paper, right? Just because someone looks good on paper doesn't mean it's actually good in real life, right? Yeah, clearing out cycles, right? Cycles with hair. You're clearing out cycles here. Letting them go, okay? This is something that's no longer meant for you. You're letting it go. You're ending it. You're coming into a place of knowing your worth, knowing what your value is, Earth Magic, and taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself in a very profound way here. Okay, this is a very strong message. So let's take a look at your affirmies card. If you caught the intro, you know I have not looked at any of these. I just literally got the box, I opened it, and I used it for this reading because the ones that I had read were adorable, and so I just knew that we needed to use this today. Okay, so yours says, take charge. Ooh, look at this. The only way to stop being anxious about the future is to put the work in and create it. If you're not actively planning and participating in your life towards something, then you will find yourself at the mercy of whatever comes your way. Only dead fish go with the flow, and that flow usually takes you to a dump site. Oh, these are so funny. These cards, they're hilarious. But look, it's like these three little ducks inside the paper boat in there, and he's like taking them upstream. Yeah, so take charge of your life, right? Finding your truth. Don't let what has happened in the past leave you stuck and frozen, especially in terms of love, whether that's romantic love, friendship love, family love, you know, whatever it is in connections. Don't let that leave you stuck, feeling like life is all unfair. It's about healing that and taking charge for what you want in your life while also listening to your intuition, okay? So this is what I see for you here. If you feel like this is your message, leave a little fish emoji down below. I'll let you pick which one. But leave a little fish emoji down below and say, I take charge of my life and go towards my value and my worth and manifest that into the outer realm. Leave me a thumbs up. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second to thank your guide, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my guides for giving us this message. And also, if you did watch all three readings, leave a purple heart down below and say I made it. I know that's just designated for you guys. I appreciate you so much and thank you. But I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. And until next time, pile number 3, stay human. Bye.